Hi, I'm DebDedrick, certified high performance coach, and your expert guide to leading a happy life. Here with episode 141, How to Reaffirm Your Confidence. In the world, when I go out there and I'm talking to 98% of most people, and this can be in a social setting, or it can be on the phone, or it could be anywhere. It could be a waitress, it could be a friend of my kids. Almost every person that I come across does not have a lot of confidence. I don't understand this because, in my mind, if you don't have a lot of confidence, it's going to keep you stuck. It's going to keep you stuck in relationships you're not happy with. It's going to keep you stuck at a job you're not happy with. It's going to prevent you from becoming the best version of yourself. So today's episode is to give you ways that you can reaffirm and rebuild your confidence and start 2020 on the ground running so you can create a really happy life or a successful business and career transition. So let's get right to it. And thank you so much for joining me. To reaffirm your confidence, it has to start with you deciding to do it. If you aren't even aware that you don't have any confidence, if you aren't even aware that you are not using your confidence or your confidence has been eroded, how can you change that? If you don't give it clarity and live intentionally to ramping up and building up your confidence, it's not going to happen. You're not going to jump out of bed tomorrow and you're going to say, "Oh, I'm confident." You're going to be confident. That's absolutely not true. And the reason your confidence gets eroded, usually over the years, is from experiences that you keep stuck in, keep trapped in, keep repeating. I think a few years back when I was sitting on my deck and I was thinking, how did I get here? My life had just imploded on me, and I was a smart woman, and I was sitting there reflecting, how in the world did this happen? And the first thing that I noticed was I kept repeating the same behavior in all my relationships over and over and over again. And every single time I got the same outcome, but I repeated the same input. I repeated the same self-defeating behavior. And so after a while doing that, your confidence gets eroded. And that was happening to me both at work and at home. That's insanity, okay? And I'm not dumb. I just didn't learn how to problem solve and approach problems or situations from different angles. I just didn't know how to think that way. So I kept doing the same thing over and over again. And I see everybody else doing that too. I mean, we aren't taught how to manage situations that we aren't comfortable in. We aren't given frameworks how to navigate those and come out on the other side with our relationships intact and our confidence not getting eroded. So, first of all, if you want to begin to do that, you have to decide to become more confident. You just have to decide, I'm going to become more confident and I am going to eliminate these areas in my life that are eroding my confidence. And how are you going to do that? Well, that brings me to number two. So, number one is you're going to decide that you want to be confident. And number two, you're going to have to identify those circumstances or situations or relationships where you are systematically getting attacked or undermined or fill in the blank, where your confidence is getting eroded. And you're going to have to decide to begin to flex and use your courage muscle. That's why I call it the courage muscle. It takes what's the word? It takes courage to step into situations that are not comfortable, that could explode and that could hurt you, or you feel attacked, or another way of putting it is where you feel your needs aren't getting met or your feelings are getting hurt. It takes courage to step into those, but they're going to stay the same unless you do something different. And I'm a walking example. I mean, for 20 years, I did the same thing over and over, both here and at work, and it got me nothing except broken relationships and a lot less income because I stayed stuck in the same routine. So if it works for me, it'll work for you. So, number one is identify that you want to be more confident, live intentionally. And when you live intentionally and you use that courage muscle and you begin to step into situations where you're being stuck, you'll begin to develop your courage muscle. Now, I'm going to do a disclaimer here. If this is an abusive relationship, then you need to get outside help. Sometimes abusive relationships are a lot harder to break through, and these frameworks are only for a less of a hostile situation. And when you are having these tough conversations, be sure and ask for permission to have these conversations. Practice them ahead of time, maybe in front of the mirror by writing out your script, how you're going to approach it, and practicing in front of the mirror and tweaking it until you really know what you're going to say. And then finally, if that conversation gets triggered into emotional heated emotions, and that happens a lot, just excuse yourself and go in the other room, go get a drink, go to the bathroom, go outside. Just excuse yourself and let the emotions die down. And then maybe start that conversation later or another time. But always begin with asking permission to talk about it instead of just plunging in and just burying your soul, because most people are not on the same wavelength as you, and they're not thinking along the same lines as you, and they aren't even going to be on the same emotional front as you. So you need to kind of level the playing field, get them ready, and then go into the situation. That'll arm you and keep you ready, and then have a backup plan. So if it gets out of control, you know you're going to excuse yourself, you're going to leave, go out for a walk, take a drive, whatever, to let the situation diffuse. And remember, this is all using your courage muscle. And your courage muscle will help your confidence level go up, because as you start stepping into these situations where you felt like you've been stuck and you break through onto the other side and you begin to see a little momentum, your confidence level is going to go way up and you're going to start feeling like more courageous. And so as you begin more courageous and you step into more situations, your confidence is going to grow and you're going to be strengthening yourself as a person. Number that was 3, 4. This is kind of another way to look at it, okay? A lot of people that I see stuck in relationships or in jobs are not listening to their intuition. It's funny. I asked one of my friends who was an attorney, and she's a divorce attorney, and she's been a divorce attorney for many, many, many years. And I asked her if her clients knew before they got married that they probably shouldn't marry that person. And she said most often when we get down to the nitty gritty of it, they'll say, "Yeah, I knew, but I did it anyway because I was hoping they would change." I found myself doing the same thing in a lot of personal relationships. I kept hoping they would change, but they never changed. So the relationship just stayed like stuck. The only person that you can change is you. You can change, but you can't change anybody else. There's that saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. You can change. But the thing is, didn't you hear what I said? They went into situations already knowing that they shouldn't, because they were hoping somebody would change. So if you can begin to understand that the only person that you can change is you, and if your intuition is saying no, 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 then you need to listen to that. You have to have enough courage to listen to your intuition and follow what it's saying, even if it means ending a relationship, exiting a relationship, leaving a job, cutting off ties with those people. And that takes courage. But you aren't true to yourself and you don't listen to your intuition, you're going to end up miserable more often than not. Your intuition is your guide to leading a happy life. Your intuition is your compass. And we aren't taught to really pay attention to our inner voice of wisdom and intuition. So as you begin to listen to your mind and reaffirm in your mind that you want to live confidently, reaffirm in your mind that you aren't going to tolerate relationships that are undermining your confidence, your self esteem, and you're going to live courageously and get rid of those relationships, move out of them, move on and up to other ones, because as you develop these skills and you step into a lot more different types of situations, you're going to get stronger and stronger and stronger as a person. And as you get stronger and stronger and stronger as a person, your confidence is going to go up and your world of opportunities is going to open up. So that is an overview of how you can go out in the world and reaffirm your confidence and go into 2020 in a much better way, approaching it with a lot more confidence. Let's go back over real quickly so you can kind of get an overview of what I'm talking about. Decide you want to live more confidently and have the courage to have those tough conversations and approach those tough situations that are keeping you stuck. Of course, if they're abusive, you need to seek outside professional help. If you're going to have any of these tough conversations and you're going to live intentionally into those with confidence, you're going to have to practice. Do the mirror method, practice in front of a mirror, write out a little script, write down your intentions and your desired outcomes, and also write down an exit strategy if they get out of control, so you can stay present, you can stay unemotional, and you can come out on the other side of that conversation and not getting triggered. Now, a good example of this is most people have routinely ways of communicating with each other. So once you get in a habit of communicating with somebody, it's usually the same thing over and over and over again, like I talked about earlier. So if you expect that same response and you usually get triggered by it, you need to stay calm and not get triggered. Remember, you're learning strategies to improve your communication skills so you can build up your confidence and you can have better relationships. Now, this is a whole new way of looking at your conversations. Instead of just reacting to them, you're intentionally having them, and then you're building your courage muscle at the same time as you're stretching your confidence. So they're all three linking together, and you're getting a lot more strong as a person. And you're going to begin to really become aware of your intuition and what it's saying to you, and you're not going to ignore it. You're going to listen to it, and you're going to use your mind to strengthen your intention by going back over what your desired outcome is and that you want to have more confidence. And you're going to practice this by going into situations that are tough. And you're going to find as you do this over and over and over again, you're going to get a lot better at doing it, and you're going to open a lot more opportunities for yourself. So thank you so much for joining me today on episode 141, How to Reaffirm Your Confidence. Over the course of your lifetime, and I know in my lifetime, situations have come up against us, you and me both, that have eroded our confidence. And it's up to us, it's up to you, it's up to me to take back our power, and to redevelop our skill sets and develop our confidence so we can live our best lives. It's my mission as your high performance life and business coach to give you these ways of dealing with things, situations, people, to allow you to create a happier life, build a stronger business or career, and you leave a powerful legacy for your family. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope these help you. If they help you in any way, please share them with a friend. Go over on my YouTube channel and subscribe, and get ready and start looking forward to my new podcast that is launching in January. I'm super excited about it. I'll keep you posted as it comes closer. I'm working on it. I've been working on it for a long time, and it's designed to give you tools and strategies that you can create a much happier life. Until my next video, go out in the world and be a positive role model and influencer for good, and I'll see you on my next tip. Thanks again. See you soon.